Page 13, half-step melody and a whole step melody. On page 12, they talk about whole steps and half steps. Briefly, I'll tell you what they are. A half step, simply put, is the shortest distance between any two notes, white or black, on the keyboard. Okay? For instance, from here to here is a half a step. There's nothing in between, it's those two notes. From here to here is a half a step. Okay? All half steps. Sound terrible, but that's what they are, okay? A whole step, well, just keep in mind that two halves make a whole. So you take two half steps, the distance, and that's a whole step. So if I go from here to here, that's here, that's a whole step. A whole step on the keyboard has one key, white or black, in between. So that's a whole step because there's one key in between. That is a whole step because there's one key, white or black, in between. Okay. This is a whole step because there's one key, white or black, in between. So you have whole steps. That's a whole step. That's really all it is. Well, what they're doing on page 13 is you have a couple pieces. One of them is using half steps, and the other one is using a whole step, or what we call a whole tone scale. A whole tone scale is simply a scale made up of all whole steps. So for instance, I could have here, whole, whole, whole. Right? So I've got white notes here, black notes here. So that's a whole step scale. Whole tone scale. Or I could have white notes here and black notes here. That's another one. And that's all there is, actually. That's a whole tone scale. Now, I put both of these in one video, okay, because they're relatively short, and I think we can handle both in one video. I hope we can. The first one is simply using the half steps. Now, carefully follow the fingering. It's not straightforward. I would encourage you to learn to play this without looking at the keyboard, to feel where these keys are. For instance, in that first measure, you're starting out third finger on A. Well, the next note is a B flat. How do I know it's a B flat? Because you got a B flat in the key signature. So all Bs are going to be flat unless they have a natural. So it's here. You need to be able to play that without looking down. And second measure, the G sharp, play it without looking down. Develop that feel for where these keys are. Now, when you get to the second line, the last two measures, you got to move your right hand down so the fourth finger's on the F. May have to look down at the keyboard for that one. Alright, but once you're there, you don't have to look down anymore. Okay? I hope. In the left hand, starting out with the fourth finger on F, because you need the fifth finger on the E on the next measure. See, the half step thing we're talking about is in the right hand. The right hand is doing half steps. The left hand is just doing accompaniment, chords, whatever it needs to accompany what the right hand is doing. In the second line in the left hand, okay, again, you're here, second measure, fourth finger, 4, 2, 1. Then in the next to the last measure, the second line, third finger on the A. Try and get it there without looking, because you're here. You just want to go to here. That puts you in position for the rest of this. Alright? Try to do all of that without looking. Right? Okay. It will help. Now there is phrasing in here, so remember to break between the phrasing. You just lift up and drop down. Okay? The left hand has no phrasing. The left hand is legato throughout. You don't do any silence in the left hand unless there's a rest, and there isn't. So the left hand just keeps going. I'm going to leave the metronome on 70. All right, let's see if we can do it at that speed. Now, hopefully you've learned it. Now you're ready to try it with me. Good luck. So the right hand starts here. Left hand's here. I'll give us 3 counts. Let's do this together. You can do the dynamics. I haven't taught you louds and softs. You can put that in, okay? 1, ready, go. Off. Now for the whole tone melody, the right hand is going to be playing whole steps only. The left hand is playing whole steps only also. This is the whole true whole tone piece. Interesting. Now, caution, you have phrasing in the right hand. It sort of looks like you've got phrasing in the left hand. You don't. Those are ties. Every one of them is a tie. So connect the left hand all the way through. No breaks in the left, just the right between the phrases. So the right hand is here, left hand here. Watch the accidentals, watch the phrasing, melodies in the right hand, all right? You do the dynamics. The first line is soft, the second line is loud. Now give us 2 counts and we'll start. Ready, go.